Hello, this is Daniel Vale, professionally known as Johnny Mac, and welcome to the wrestling world as I know it. And this is part 3 of Royal Rumble 1988. As you can notice, I'm not wearing face paint, and what I've decided to do, because this is new, is even though wearing face paint does help me imagine what, even though it helps me a lot, because I don't feel as nervous or as unsure of myself when I wear face paint. I thought what I would do is to be different, be just to, as I'm watching the live videos I'm talking about, I just I say what's happening as it's happening, but I talk about it like I would do if I was not watching it, but just writing about it and talking about it. So that's what I'm going to do right here. Jumping Bomb Angels were handed the women's tag team titles, and they held them up. They were excited to win, and they hugged each other, and they even put up on the screen Jumping Bomb Angels, and they put the red line like they used to in the 80s with the WWE symbol, which back then was World Wrestling Federation. So that's why, but because of World Wildlife Foundation, that's why I can't use the letters WWF. I'm trying to keep from getting in trouble. Anyway, and underneath that, they put New World Ladies Champions, and those words were put in blue, but these blue colors were the blue that I used to love to see Sting have in his face paint, and I forgot what kind of blue. Aqua blue, maybe? Maybe what it's called. And the part of the title that you can't see unless they're holding it is red, and that part is part that goes around your waist. She'll replay what happened, double drop kick from the top rope, which at the time that was unheard of. Yeah, that's what got them the win. They put up they put up on the screen still to come Hulk Hulk slash Andre's contract signing. And what I liked was they put it up like they were typing it on the screen. Anyway, they go to a commercial break, and here on Peacock they do an advertisement. What I'm not sure about as a fan is them going to Netflix. What I mean by that is I don't know who owns Netflix, and if Netflix still owned by the people I think it's owned by, then I can't good conscience continue to subscribe to the network because or to the WWE streaming service. But anyway, going back to this scene that Vince McMahon reminds us what happened at WrestleMania 3. And I don't know what the controversy was because I remember the match. That's what I remember. Have my uncle had this videotape, VHS tape, where it was like some of the best matches in WrestleMania history, and this was on it. So I don't know what controversy could have happened, but hopefully we're about to find out, and I believe if there is any controversy. Supposedly, it would be when Hogan went for a body slam early on, and Andre fell all over him, and when Hulk Hogan counted, kicked out at 2, that was not a controversy. He kicked out, and you could see he kicked out. And if the referee's hand came down for a 3, the Hulk Hogan kicked out before it came down. They show video of Ted DiBiase, $1 Million Man, claiming he was going to buy the WWE World Heavyweight title. And I remember him saying, "It's gonna be mine, lock, stock, and barrel." And that's what he's about to say right here. Then they show a uh, a WWE interviewer talking to Hogan, who had the world title around his waist and he was dressed to compete. He said, "I told you and everybody else I'm going to make an announcement next week." Hogan said he's going to have to tell all his fans and even the $1 Million Man himself, 18 hockey sticks, no. And he was holding the belt to symbolize how he felt. And Ted told him he did have a price. You might not get right away, but you will get it. And before the video, before the audio, before he could say in the video, "You can take that to the bank." They cut it out. They cut. The best way of saying this is they stopped the video short. When they do that, they always show it like it's a chapter in a book. That's what I like. I always liked when they would do that. By this time, he had already went to Andre and said, "Would you bring me the World Wrestling, or would you win the Wrestling World Wrestling or WWE Heavyweight title and give it to me?" And they took on it. So that's why this match is so important. Contract signing, that is. Excuse me. They show some show a clip of Andre sneaking up on Hogan after a match. First giving him a headbutt in the neck and then choking him. And Jesse Ventura was continuing. Earlier, he had said how Hogan was foolish for not taking Ted DiBiase's money for the belt. Then he, after showing this video, he said he's still as foolish as he says he is because of what happened with Andre. So they show the official agreement, Andre and Ted talking. He said not only will he bring the title, but he would enjoy it. He said, you know, I guess because I know how he is in real life, how he was in real life, but when he would laugh, when he had his own evil laugh, he would look funny just like Ted did. And I guess it's because try as they might, try as they might have, they couldn't really look hateful to save their lives. They just look funny. There's some people like MJF or Ric Flair that when they speak and act like a heel, they're perfect for it because you can see by the way they carry themselves. This is not an act. This is how they really are. Timmy Jean introduces Hulk Hogan to the audience. Hulk Hogan comes out in American made, no, just a regular T-shirt. I thought it said American made on it, but he comes with regular muscle shirt, blue jeans, and white boots, and a white weightlifting belt. However, DiBiase, Andre the Giant, and his bodyguard Virgil are all dressed in nicer looking clothes, and I think that was for them to complement each other's complement each other in the show in the show. DiBiase, for somebody who's supposed to have $1 million, his suits didn't do him any good. They look ridiculous. And I guess that was the idea. The more money you have, the more outlandish you can buy clothes. The more outlandish clothes you can buy. then Mean Gene introduced Andre, who was already in the ring, and I think that was just to be official with it. They Mean Gene even introduces Jack Tunney, who was the president of the WWE at the time on TV, as he says he's there so they could go over the contract and what the agreements are and everything. I'm not even sure. I don't even think that chair set for both men was big enough for. I don't even think one of those chairs big enough for Andre. I'm not. I'm not being facetious. I'm being honest. But I do remember Andre did manage to sit down. That I'm still amazed at. We finally walked to the ring, all three of them. Okay. Manages to sit down in the chair. Um, they're both tall, big men, but Andre is huge enough that still looks too big for the chair. Ted starts taunting Hogan, asking him, "Are you getting second thoughts? Why do you hesitate?" And he once again asks him, he said, "Are you getting cold feet?" Thinking maybe that's not just a contract for the World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight title from you. That's a career ending contract, and you know it. And he's just pointing out that how Andre not only did he almost beat him up in under 3 minutes, Hogan signing it as he's talking. And he said that he claimed, he guaranteed, as a matter of fact, that Andre would have all the money in the bank and he would lose the title. Andre's looking at the contract. Ted's whispering something to him. Then he says something on the microphone and he laughs. Ted is pointing out something to Andre about the contract. See, Andre is looking at him, asking him something. He said something in response. He said, "Okay." See, and Ted told Mean Gene he can take all the time in the world he wants. He's been waiting for this for over a year. He told Mean Gene to shut up and hold the microphone. Okay. When Andre looks at it, he sets it down. I think he's about to sign it. He's signing it right now, I believe. He's almost finished. They're already about to have a confrontation right here as they stand up. Ted does a little bit too much. Hogan is about to go after him. Gets caught by Andre and he puts Hogan's face over the table and pushes it so that he and DiBiase and Virgil can leave the ring. Now, see, that's the kind of contract signing I like, where even though even though we're used to tables being broken today, when I saw Triple H get powerbomb through the table, the contract signing for WrestleMania 21, even though it was original, it got to be too much. It got to be too much of an expected occurrence. So that's why I think it's better to do very little, but do very little like what they just did right here in contract signings. Because when you slam somebody through the table that's pre-cut, you are actually you're giving them too much. Oh, you're actually giving them too much to go off of. The art in wrestling that's been dying for many years now is the ability to make the fans feel anticipation. And the reason for that is you reveal too many things for the audience. And this is a 20-man Royal Rumble, by the way, Battle Royal. Bret Hart was already in the ring, getting as he and I think it's Tito Santana's names are being announced by Howard Finkel. Bret's getting some last minute advice from Jimmy Hart, who's standing on the ring apron next to him. Bret's still got the sunglasses on, so it means that he's gonna have to take his glasses off. And I don't know what he did with the sunglasses when he was a heel, because taking his sunglasses off and putting it over the eyes of fans is something only a babyface does. So Bret Hart drew two. Mirror gets in there and raises his hand in victory, saying that who he believes is going to win or hoping he's going to win. And Tito Santana is one half of the tag team champions right here. Excuse me. With, I believe it was the model Rick Martel was his partner. He did a traditional lockup. And the Royal Rumble match at first was just a mainly an endurance test to see who could outlast, who could go all the way to the end. And it was the reason I think they did the lottery drawing. By the way, I don't think it was as pretend as what they do in the ring. I think they really did draw numbers, and that's why I think the original Royal Rumble matches from the beginning all the way until um, the 2000s were the best, because you really got this feeling that there was more reality in it than usual, or more realism in it than usual. Because I can remember 11 seconds left before the next entrant comes out. Bret Hart's starting to try to eliminate Tito right here. Tito's holding on to the bottom rope. I think, yeah, Butch Reed, the natural Butch Reed, is coming down. He drew number three. Irish whip and reversal. Tito just knocked down Bret Hart with a forearm. Butch Reed's going after Tito right here. Now it's Betrita's trying to eliminate Tito Santana, who is holding the bottom rope, and he's fighting for everything he's worth. The Spirit comes, he puts both of their heads together to slow both men down. Then he knocks down Butch Reed with the right hand. Then he stomps him a couple of times in the head. Bret Hart comes, hits him in the right side of his ribs, then he hits him with the right hand, knocks him down. He holds Tito for Butch Reed to come from the middle rope with the diving axe handle, I believe is what they call it. Let's see if they connect this double elbows after they gave him an Irish whip. They connect with both of their elbows. Neidhart, Bret Hart's partner Jim Neidhart's coming down to the ring. So now he's got three men to deal with. Bret's holding him in a face lock for Jim and the natural Betry to work on him, and now holding him for Brett to do the diving elbow. And that was something that they always did. That was one of their trademark maneuvers. Holding holding their opponent on holding one of their opponents on Jim's knee for Brett to hit him with an elbow and they fall off of the knee. This is some really really good work right here. 13 seconds left. Let's see. Okay. Jake the Snake Roberts comes out next. I think he's the one who had the first elimination. There he goes right there. He just threw Butch Reed over the top rope right away and he goes after Bret Hart. Goes after Jim Neidhart. About to do a double Irish whip. They just threw Bret into Jim. He hit Jim's left shoulder. He went straight down. Jake's setting up for the DDT, but he gets cut off by Jim Neidhart, who hits him with a clothesline. 12 seconds left before the sixth entrant comes out. Ooh. Santana was just hit by a different version of a pile driver by Bret Hart. I think Harley Race is known as the King of the Ring, so King Harley Race is running down to ringside, gets in there, works works on Jake the Snake, couple of elbows to the chest of Jake, third one. See, both tried to eliminate Jake, but he's only onto the bottom rope. Jake finally fights out of it. He just hits Harley Race hard enough to get him away. Then so Jim Neidhart going over to help Brett. Jake hit as he gets Brett to turn around. He hits Brett right in the face, right in the jaw, and he goes straight down. He does that 13 seconds up. He does that standing, diving headbutt against Jake. Does Harley Race. And he connects it. Let's see. Next one is, I think, the Jim Brunzell Killer Bees. From the Killer Bees, jumping Jim Brunzell. He went out to the Hart Foundation first. He's trying to eliminate Brett as I speak. Let's see. Jim's trying to help Brett, and Jake's trying to help Jim. I mean, Jim Brunzell, that is. Consider Jake just hit Jim Neidhart with the right hand and an eye rake, it looked like. Or if not an eye rake, he raked the beard of Jim, then put his forehead into the turnbuckle pad. That's why the race has to fight from getting eliminated. Let's see. 13 seconds left. Out comes, I believe it's Sam Houston. Goes after Jim Neidhart first. It's cut off by Brett. And as they start working on him, the camera went over to where Harley Race is at. They go back to where Sam Houston is at. Sam Houston, by the way, is Jake, the Snakes for Life brothers, or half brother. So that's the amazing thing about this. Something about the way they move, you can kind of see where they are related. They kind of move the same way. What I found out is, and that's interesting, is that Jake the Snake Roberts, as introverted as he's always been, he was also the life of the party. Tito Santana was finally eliminated this time by Jim Neidhart and Bret Hart, the Hart Foundation. 13 seconds left for the next entrant. Ooh. Left clothesline by Harley Race knocks down Sam Houston. Out comes Dangerous Danny Davis, former referee Dangerous Danny Davis. Sam Houston is going right after right hand after right hand. Sam Houston has really got Jim Neidhart reeling here. I did. I'm going to end it right here. I'm back in a few minutes. Thank you and goodbye.